Hello YouTube, welcome and all, and welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. Second time in a row I've tried to say 15 and it's wrong. 16. Anyway, when we last left off, I think we had another L with another W. Kind of.
Typical nobles. Cowering behind.
Either way, we have an opportunity to go after a crystal. So we will be doing that. However, first things first, side quests.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? It's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver.
I highly doubt
From
that.
spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Of course. How can I refuse?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Okay, so we're going to Martha's Rest. There is this quest over here. Am I able to actually travel? Yes, thank God.
How did we never
There are
hear
new
about
billets
these
being
Guardians of
posted
the Dawn?
every day. Not enough
August?
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Now, normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Yeah, if you think it will
Fine.
help.
If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Okay. Another quest.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Ooh, a berserker ring.
Here you are. Come again.
So
I
100.
may have more for you.
Hunt bird, what we got? Those. Where were you again? Kea Norvant. That's Kea Norvant, and that's East Pool.
I could have sworn we had a few. That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
You be bribing my dog. Oh well. Keep doing it. He's a good boy and deserves all the treats.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I
Probably
told
doesn't.
you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid.
No, nothing
Not the
stupid.
sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right. We're going.
Well, we need to get that curious then.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Ah, yes, but
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
yeah, let's go speak to Karen, which is with the weird
That
spelling of the name.
monster's taken quite a liking to...
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
Oh,
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern. That was it.
Thank
Oh.
you, Karen.
We're going to kill
Be
two
lost
birds
without
with
you.
one stone.
At least you admit it.
Because it was going to be, I'm doing this quest and then doing a
So-
hunt and then doing the other quest.
It sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
It'll be you, Clive. Anyway. Use the hunt board to locate the griffin. So technically, this side quest is like kind of tutorial to get you to use the hunt board.
Typical nobles.
Ask about griffin sightings. Better for you, especially holding on Dozemere. So Care Northern, East Pool, Care Northern. Oh! So it's two. Okay. Well, let's head over to Care Northern. Okay. What, am I doing something wrong here? No, what am I supposed to press to, like, log the hunt? Okay, let's head to Care North End. Okay, I'm gonna assume that I just need to go there now. No! What am I doing wrong then?
Typical nobles.
Okay, I'm confused. One of our order was represented by the wing. Travel a beast. Trail from Lost Wing to Kid. Okay. Trader coming by the way of St. Norvent met with a troop of curse breakers travelling in the opposite direction, one with a wicked wing on the road ahead. Okay, right. Let's see if potion. Okay, so we're looking. We're looking for big monsters. Get down here. Get down here again.
Get him!
Well done, you. I'm literally wondering, like, what the hell? Get down.
This one. You're finished.
Go in. Like, oh, if it indicates the. Oh, hello.
There is no coin to be had in this miserable land, even if they wanted to trade with us.
I know. It was hard for us Dalmex here in San Brec before the capital fell, but now we'd be stoned if we even approached Northreach.
Okay. Vultures. Come on, buddies. Get over here.
Go, Torgal.
Get out.
This one.
And goodbye. Go. Ooh, hello. Oh, it's a leftover Aruna. There's our hunt for.
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
Ow. 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 This fight's starting off really well.
Nice try.
There we go.
This one.
Ow. Get out.
Over here. Get him. Nice try.
Nope, slow. Got ya.
Nice try.
There we go. Starting to get back in the habit of the comp. Ow. That's greed.
Get him.
There we go.
Go for it. Get him.
Let's unleash the Phoenix. There we go.
Nice try.
Ow. We got this fight in the bag. Unless it's a phase 2. Or she's got a one-hit kill move.
Nice try.
I don't think she does. Oh, there we go.
Get him.
Ow. You know what? If anyone can actually get that timing down for the clash, I will have major fun because it's clear that you can actually like
This one. Over here.
Oh, I thought they were going to do it inside.
Sick 'em.
Okay. There we go. Finally managed to not get hit by that.
Go for it.
Something else fight.
This one.
Ow. And then I just get hit by it again.
Over here.
And this should finish you off. Oh, no. There we go. Gotcha. Notorious Mark slain. We got some XP, some ability points, more gil, and some more renown. And we got a clouded eye.
Rest well. I know I will.
So, high potion. It's an item over here. So it's. Get over here.
Go for it. Over here.
Get over here.
Farewell.
Ooh, fatal attraction.
We're not alone.
It's fine. We got this.
No holding back. Let's try.
Ow. You're still not. Oh, wow. Ow. Ow. I am not doing well in the combat.
Over here.
Ow. Jesus. Get down. And
Get him.
there we go. go.
Over here!
Gotcha. Okay. Kind of low on items, which is concerning considering we've got another monster hunt to do. Ooh, Worgans. A lovely combo there with Torgal. What did you drop? Oh, Gil. That was me thinking it was something of importance. Probably over here is where the good old Griffin is. Go. Ooh, actually. Yeah, there's a store here. Let's stock up on items.
All anyone ever wants anymore is water. Great.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Hello.
Do you see anything you like?
I want...
You've a keen eye. An excellent choice. I'll be here if
most
you
of
need
our money,
me.
but it's
Them
fine.
pilchers nice and chilled.
Right. Let's go and find this other thing. And then we get to East Pool. Where the hell did you run into me?
This one.
Okay. Excuse me. Thank you. Doesn't look like there's an actual item process. Never mind.
This one.
Yep. Use. Let's head over this. Oh, hello. Another item.
Very well.
Oh well, hello. You decided that poorly. And okay, so maybe over here. Oh, lovely potion. Good. Heal. No. Dragon's Airy. I wonder if they're up on each. I wonder if it's up there. Oh, well, we'll find out. I may have to go back to the ship, to the hideout, to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. Pretty sure this was full of Imperial troops last time I was here. And it's full of Imperial troops once again. And nothing else. Okay. Something there. There is something over there that I've missed. So let's go and find it.
Them pilgers nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
You wanna hop over? You are good. There they are.
If we must.
Over here!
You're not dead. Oh,
This
missed. I missed that as well. Oh, nearly leveled up. Okay, so down here is something I've missed. Yes, it is. Hello.
This one. Get him.
No. Ow. A bit overkill, but it's fine. Gil. Okay, so what's over here? More raptors. Oh, level up! There we go. Sweet. Ah, Jill handled it. Right, okay, so I don't know what the game wants me to do. So let's head back to the board. Let's head back to the hideout and figure out what the hell the game actually wants me to do.
Typical nobles.
Because there's clearly a button I'm not. Okay. Doesn't. Okay. While passing the trail from Lostwig to Sayer Norvent, what about Order? You will not let me do something here, game. Care Northwest, Westgate, Sandbreak. Like, I literally don't have anything to do. It must be on that road. I am over there. Oh, hello! Ow.
Farewell.
There we go. So, cross this bridge. Cross here and onto this road. Very confusing. Like, the quest line basically says I need to go raptors. Don't really care for the raptors. We've gotten enough. Actually, hold on. Abilities. Go. I like that one, so we're gonna swap that for aerial blast. And then we save up for Remoras. So there's a path right here. There it is. Nope. Oh, wrong button. Oh well. That dies. And so does everything else. No, that's a Dragon Avis. Get out.
Over here! Get him!
Ow, missed on that. Ow. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Ow. What's up? Right. So what the hell do I have to do?
We're not alone.
I know we're not.
Out of our way.
You're dead. How are you? So... Okay, game what? What is there? Hello. Get out. There we go. No, it's a griffin. It's not one of those.
Get him! It's over!
Oh, you're dead. Oh. Okay, what the hell do I have to do?
Company.
Down here. Oh, there's an item I missed. Okay, game. You need to tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong here. You need to tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I haven't got a frigging clue. I go through the bit of the prompts you're telling me, and the game's like, nope. Do I have to do them in order? I don't think I have to do them in order. Like, there's no prompt. Right. So, when passing along the trail from Lost Wing to say another, one of our order was met by a sudden blast of wind so strong that it went bent back the trunks of the old oaks and had to hit a Christ Hotel that he ran for his life. Questioning the locals, he revealed that this area was a nesting place for the elder griffin known as Dozomir. Alright. So, Lost Wing, which is, you know, ironically made from a wing of an airship, or built around the wing of an airship. I wonder if it's this way. Go across the bridge. I have a feeling it's this way. So yeah, I suppose though if it moved on, it would tell me where the monster was, and that's not the point of the board. Like, you're supposed to read it and figure out where they're supposed to be. Yeah, considering this is all empty area now, no monsters. Yeah. Oh, tell a lie. Reviews. Okay, so where are you going to show? Yeah. Hello. You guys are under level, but it's fine. Oh, you little bugger.
Go for it! Stay down!
Go, do reviews. It's not you.
Kill!
You. It's not here. We're not fighting you. No, we're not. I want to find the thing. I'm hoping this is where I need to go. I could be completely wrong. We've got everything I can.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Yeah, so this is the right area. Potion, lovely. Hello. Hello, Griffin. Dozmare.
The work will have to wait.
Hoggle, look sharp.
Oh, you're... Ow. Ow. Ow!
This one.
20,000 and that's...
This one.
Oh, we're in phase 2 now, aren't we? Let's go!
Get him. Too slow.
Get out. Ow. Ow.
Over here.
Nope. No shenanigans, please. Nope, wrong one. Oh, I was in Mormor and I didn't know. I'm still in Mormor.
To me, Flames!
Oh, you're not down yet. There you are. Let's unleash the pain!
Over here!
Nearly got him. God, Garuda's ultimately just... Ow. There we go. Oof. That was a difficult fight. I mean, it is a rank higher than the ones I've been doing before, but still. Ooh, look at all that gil. Ooh.
Is something there, boy?
Oh!
Could that be our man?
Yeah, that probably is. Also, who's a good boy? Come on.
Fetch!
Oh, that's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Toad was a good boy. Too good.
Are you alright?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
Yeah, it's definitely, considering the fight we just had with it.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She send you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
We have a blacksmith that's going for a self-belief crisis.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best.
That's very true.
I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do.
Yeah, having the blacksmith
short of showing him
figure out
how
what
to
he's
make
doing
the
is not
thing
gonna
myself.
help,
that
not
is.
going to hurt him.
But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
Okay, next up, Eastpool.
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
It probably will. We have treated leather. And then we can head south to Martha's Rest. So... Oh. Well...
Damn bandits. You'll regret coming here.
Stay down!
Get him! You get away. I'm not going to. Oh, another one.
Over here!
Bye. Oh, another one. Oh, well done.
Over here!
Now, what's Was it on the road north of East? Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and read, aren't I? Could I not? Is there a journal? Damn it. Another footpad. The two.
You lost?
Oh no, I'm not.
Portal, kill! Die!
Die. Right, we're gonna just quickly... the Gando up here. Don't think it's up here. Also, getting a potion's always good. Potion. Wouldn't mind if it was a high potion. Yeah, no. Okay, so... south, maybe? I will have to go back and read. Well, I am going to have to go back and read. Let's see, maybe it's here?
Get him! Attack!
Excuse me. There we go.
All yours, Torgal!
Go, lovely. So if it's here, and it is... hello. Belphegor.
A wild wyvern.
Ow!
This area.
Ow!
Nice try.
This wasn't...
Ow. Ow! Okay, so that doesn't do really that much. What was that? Ow! Well, that did a little bit better.
Nice try.
I was gonna say, ow! 6,000 damage.
Too slow.
No, you don't.
I needed that.
Don't do this. Come on. There we go. Get out. Ow, game.
That's better.
You know? Ow. Gotcha.
Too slow.
We got you. Ow, ow, ow.
Nice try.
Go! Gotcha. There we go. Oof. Notorious Mark slain. They give out quite a bit of XP, by the way. Ooh, Dragon Talons.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
Okay. Let us go to Martha's Rest. We can stock up on supplies and do other things. It's got to be great. I don't think I can afford elixirs though, which is unfortunate. But we'll see.
What are you after?
Actually, we're gonna sell some things that aren't for crafting. Crafting.
A fair trade. I wanted one of those.
You all, the rest of you are using crafting on you. Yep. Okay, purchase.
There you go. Thanks
Yeah,
very
this
much.
is like 10,000 each. Ouch.
All, is it?
So. Yeah, well,
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up. Hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that.
Oh, they're going to
even
be
if
soon.
they
Though.
were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet. Memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Right. Let's go. Yeah, it's down.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
I will try, I suppose. So this indicates that the money potentially only gonna get one more, unless it like changes shape when. Oh, yeah. There they are.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Yeah, a bunch of dead scorpions. Oh, what? Let's just get it up. And there we go. Enemies are slain. And we're going to get a whole bunch of scorpion tails. Unwanted violet.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Oh.
Or anyway.
Back to the hideaway. So to you.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
Yes. Scorpion tails.
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Good luck with it.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
Oh, you're going to give us a, whatever the hell it's called. Oh.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity.
It should stay in
Grab
obscurity.
a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm, not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Odin's teeth. What an assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water.
Oh, that's not good.
And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
I'm not sure you should be in the kitchen.
Welcome.
I am not sure you should be in the kitchen.
I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's Stew sits before everyone in the hideaway.
Yeah, you
A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about this Clive either. Anyway, more renown, more experience. A badge of metal. Increased defense by 30. There we go. Simply increase attack proficiency with each. Ooh! Now, if only I could be good at countering. Only I could be good
Monster's
at
taken quite a liking to Lady Cat.
And with a bit of luck. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
We found him.
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
Yeah, there we go.
You're joking.
Well, you'll be able to do some work and figure out what he's done.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah, it takes a
Here, Clive,
craftsman to
you
understand.
didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
You good? You
Listen,
good, Bloodthorn?
sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself.
No, that's fine.
Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
Yes, we did.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Sweet. More gear for myself. That's all that matters.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Yay. Quest complete. Blacksmith's Blues. Ooh, Drake Slayer gear. Drake Slayer receipts unlocked. Design drafts. You obtained the design draft for Drake Slayer gear. Design drafts unlock new crafting options. And the Black Hammer, there's a black on the highway details. Clients.
Back, are ya? What do you want? Anything else?
Oh, hold on.
What do you need? Not saying fortune, do you?
We need Electrum and Gelatinous Mass. So, where do I get
Anything else?
those from? Anyway, off to the Renown to see what new goodies we've got. We've got a decent amount of Renown.
Typical nobles.
I know, you've said it 3 times already.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Swelling course, a rose of...
You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive, here you go.
Not available.
Always something in there. How are you doing? Quick look.
Not
Always
available.
something in there.
Nothing available. Via the board hunt, do we have anything new? We do not. Okay. Oh, we got a new song. Let's go. We have a new song, so let's go see what it is. This one has been going on since the very start.
Well.
Sorrow's Fated Form. Ah. Very something. Well, considering the amount of L's we've been getting, we'll keep this for now. Only when we start getting W's will we make it a cheery soon. So.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it.
Yep.
The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Okay.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime.
Okay.
Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Which could be now, considering the Empire is invading another...
The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Okay, how long have I been going? Because it took me a while to find those pods. An hour and a half. Do we want to continue? I kind of do. Well, we can... No, yeah, this is a good point to set us up for the next video as we go back onto the main quest line. Also, there's a bunch of stuff for us to notice in there. Also, we have to tell our good old scholar what our adventures. Doubt he'll level up from this.
Did you come to borrow a book, Sid? Because you can't have this one till...
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive?
View of the Thousand Tomes.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Oh!
If you have a question for me,
so
I should be happy to answer it.
So close. Oh well.
That monster's taken quite a lot.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad without all the bloody dust.
An apple a day. Lad from the yard round up a basket of martels just this morning. Sweet as honey, crisp as mud. But I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. Was a time you'd catch none but Sid's supping on those for their foul bite. But for him, it never was about the flavour, but about what they represented. Our ability to make it our own home. And look at us now. Sid would be proud. He would be. A flame none brighter. My Lord Marquess, I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at the Lazarus, but certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us expected to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed into Stillwind those many years ago. A true bearer of your father's legacy. Only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and I'm proud to stand alongside you again. Dalmex and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realise what a stinking pile of chocobo they stepped in. If I was a man to lay wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. Yeah, I think both of them have realised that if I could get hold on. Can I bring are their names on the map? No. Both the Empire and whatever his face know that one of them could win the war, but there'll be easy pickings for the others around them at the end of it. So they were basically waiting for someone else to make mistakes so that they don't lose too much, and therefore able to actually, make use of their victory per se, if there is one. But anyway, that'll be for another video. When we come back, we will be heading to deal with Jill's demons in the Iron Kingdom. Till then, everyone. Toodles.